Hello, hello, everyone. Glad you are here. This is Stampin' to Connect. And let me change my camera view real quick. Hi, how are you? I am Jeanette Collins, and this is Stampin' to Connect, and I come to you on Tuesdays for a card tutorial, and I also come to you on Fridays for off the board, where I take a Pinterest card and I recreate it and possibly, meander and do something different with it. It's called casing, CASE. Case is copy and share everything. So I'm glad you're here with me. Last week I did gorgeous leaves, and actually this was the last Friday I did gorgeous leaves. And what I was showing you here below are the cards I made last week and using gorgeous leaves. And this one was from a Pinterest pin. I used 3 colors, which were Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, and Just Jade. And I used the Biggest Wish sentiment with it. So it turned out really nice. But then I jazzed it up even more, and I ended up posting this one on Instagram. Again, it's the same layout, same card, same colors, except all I did was I added the Bumblebee ribbon, and it just added such a nice touch. And I was real careful to make sure I could see all of my cinnamon cider leaves that I missed on this one, because what I ended up doing is covering up my cinnamon cider, and I tried to fix it by putting one here, and it's just okay. But here it is, my second try, and I think this one turned out so much better. So, if your first one doesn't work out, remember, it's just paper. You can try again. And today we're also using gorgeous leaves. I just really, really like this stamp set. It's just beautiful. And today we're going to be using this particular splotchiness on the card. And we're also going to use the 3 to do that multicolor background again. But I'm also going to bring in Nature's Beauty. And today, I don't know, I just couldn't wait to get this stamp. I love this little fox here. So I'm going to stamp him in the very center and make him the focal point. So this will be fun. And let's see. I'm also going to use the sentiment from Tasteful Touches, which is "You are so special," because I love the way it's just the right size. It's just the right shape and everything to go in there. So I'm just using the sentiment from Tasteful Touches. I also have the Tasteful Touches label dies, and I'm using the label die. Yeah, I've already pulled it. It goes right here. Let's see. Let me show you. It's this one, because as you can see, I'm going to make that cutout right in the middle of the card to show off my little fox. That's the plan. So I'm using this Tasteful Labels dies. There's, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and with the other one is 10. So Tasteful Labels, if you haven't seen this one, it's a great set. 152886. All right, is there anything else I'm using? Well, I also pulled out Intricate Leaves, because this is the leaf set that goes with the Gorgeous Leaves stamp set. And these leaves are just so beautiful. You can tell I've been cutting some paper, but I wanted to I cut them out just in case the fox doesn't work out. So that's what I'm possibly using, and I want to get started. So what you're going to need is, I'm using Very Vanilla, and this is just a quarter sheet. So it doesn't matter, or does it matter? Let's see. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this sheet, this little sheet will cover the entire base. And our base is also very vanilla. Okay, the A2 size base. And they're going to layer on top of each other like that. So you won't see any of the card underneath. So we're just going to set this aside. We don't need it now. You're also going to need a white piece. I can't remember why at the moment. Well, this white piece, the smaller piece, is just a scratch piece for my box. And then I also have this die, and I believe this is just out of my stash. I don't know where I have it. It's in a box, and so I must have bought it a long, long time ago. But when I'm looking for dies, and I'm sure you do this too, I just take my sentiment and I kind of place it over, and I'm like, oh, well, this one will work. So I can't tell you exactly where this one is, but it's going to work. But I'm not going to cut out my sentiment until after I stamp it. So see anything. Oh, I know what I needed this piece for. Let's see. One piece for the fox, and this piece I'm going to stamp in the center so you'll have something to see in that center. Okay, so let's get to stamping. Let's see if I can do this. All righty, I'm going to use Bumblebee today, and I'm also going to use Cinnamon Cider. These happen to be my two favorite fall colors. Cinnamon Cider, so I'm going to put it here. Oh, and by the way, if you can't see this, this is stampin'toconnect.com. That's where you can find me. If you put stampin'toconnect.com up, I should come up on Facebook and Instagram and my blog. If you want to go directly to my store, you go to JeanetteCollins.stampin'up.net. And I do have a host code. So if you spend $35 or more, please put in my host code, and I would greatly appreciate that. I'll send you a little something as a thank you. All right, here we go. I'm going to use that little splotchy dot thing I said, this little piece. So let me get that out and put it on a block. Okay. And I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the Bumblebee color. And I'm just going to stamp it kind of haphazardly that way. And then I'm going to go the other way. Just get it on there. See? So it's just a big splotchy dot. And I'm going to gently wipe off my, oops, my little towel was too wet. Okay, I'm going to wipe off my stamp just a little bit. Doesn't need much. Okay. Oh, don't go back in that water. Okay, I got to fix that. Making a mess here. Okay. Never fails. Okay. Now I'm going to use my cinnamon cider, and I'm going to use the same stamp, but this time I'm just going to turn it, and I'm going to go stamp just toward the end. So just like that, and over here, the same way, just kind of off where you can still see it, but there. And I just stamped off on this side. So it just gives that splotchiness. Let me do it again. And it just looks good. You know, gives me a nice little background to work off. And that's what my goal is, to put my little fox on the background. Okay, so we're done with that. Now my little fox. Now for my fox, I am going to use cinnamon cider, but I don't want cinnamon cider dark like this. My son actually has a fox that he had mounted, and it's beautiful, but it's kind of this between the brown and the reddish color. So I'm going to stamp off and use that color as his background. So I'm going to use cinnamon cider for my fox. Okay, I'm going to stamp off. There he is. Kind of give him that red fox look. And I'm going to stamp him right in the middle. And there he is. Beautiful. I mean, he really is pretty. The first time I did it on a crumb cake cardstock, and it was just too dark. So I like him with that light background. Let's see, what other color do I need to use? Oh, I want to use the sentiment in crumb cake. So I'm going to go ahead and get my sentiment. Wipe that down. Get my sentiment and also stamp it. And the sentiment I'm using is "You're So Special," and that's from Tasteful Touches. Get that little, okay. Still got it under there. Okay, and I like to take it to the ink pad and stamp it on my card, on my paper, so I can see how I'm turning it and see how straight it's looking. So I'm going to turn it a little bit. See, that's a lot straighter. See how Special straightened up? So I'm going to stamp it right in the middle and get it over here. And this is full strength. Very nice. So that looks good. Wipe this one off. Okay, so I have that done. And now we get to go on to the base card. Okay, this is the base, and let me pull this off. I already ran it through the machine. I just wanted you to see the die. And I use some of this white Post-it tape and washi tape. It's usually whatever's sticking to my machine. This is not a hard card. This is a fairly easy card again. Okay, here it popped out. Now I keep these because it's such a pretty label. You can see it's got the little ridges pressed in. You know, what do they call it? I guess die embossed in. So yeah, and then this one will go back in with my others. I want to put it away so I don't lose it. And again, this one is part of the Tasteful Labels. And that number is 152886. And it goes right here. What I love about this set is some of them have that straight and some of them are the stitched. So they're not all the same, and that's really neat. And they've got these nice size ones too that you will use all the time. So this is a great set to have. All right, so now that I have that off, I am going to just leave it here and get my colors ready. We're going to use the Bumblebee. So I didn't need to close it. Bumblebee, the Cinnamon Cider, and this time I'm using Old Olive. And the card we used last Friday, this color was Just Jade. So just changing the one color, and it's going to make a big impact too. So this is Old Olive. All right, I got them all set up. Hopefully I won't put my hand in it. Let's see here. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and place this on here so I don't lose this little die. Can you see me? Yep, you can still see me. I need to pull up my comments and see if I have anybody with me. Let me get this on there, and then before I get to stamping, I'm going to take a peek. There. Nice. All right, let me take a peek. Hang on. Oh, good. I've got Hannah here. So glad. Much easier at 1 o'clock. I was really tired this morning, Hannah. I was like, there's no way I'm going to get on camera and try to talk when my brain is in slow motion. It happens, you know? Okay, so now, like I said, this is very similar to the one I did on Friday, except I'm using just one color different. I have this cut out with that die for my little fox. And let's get going. I'm going to start with my big leaf. That's this one. This is from the Gorgeous Dies. And I'm going to start with my dark color, which is Cinnamon Cider. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to start this one right in the center, and it's falling off the bottom and the top, and that's okay. So there you go. But at least I have that color there. And I am going to be very careful that I get my color all the way around so I don't cover it up this time like I did on Friday, you know, but that's why we stamp. It's so much fun to stamp, but you're not sure if you're, you know, gonna get it all there. See, there's 3 right there. Pretty good. I'm going to stop with this one, and now I'm going to go to another color and another stamp. Move my little foxy. Okay, you know what? I like this. I like to use this one next, the little round. And I'm going to use the yellow, the bumblebee again. Just put it right here. Oops, almost didn't get that one very well. I don't know. Should I try it again? Oh, it's okay. Down here. Here. Let's have turning this way. Falling. Okay, now let's go with that long leafy one, and I'm going to do it in the old olive. Okay, so the old olive will be this long leaf, and then I'm going to mix them up. Let's see. There. Ooh, my old olive must be little on the, uh-oh. Look at that. I've got that really on the edge where I would get that shadow edge. It's because I'm pressing hard because my ink pad is a little light. I'm gonna do this one again. Okay. And I'm gonna go off. See, but it's still there. One up here. Made a little what do they call that? Somebody calls them a special word like a rainbow or I don't know. Put this one here. There. A halo. That's what they call them. Halos. When they. Okay, now I'm going to go back to my big leaf again and do some yellow. So the bumblebee. There's my big leaf. Get you on there. Nice. One up here. See, and I'm not even worrying this time that they're overlapping a little bit. I'm just saying, it's okay. Okay, I'm going to do I need to do some more of that cinnamon cider. So I'm going to grab that other smaller leaf, this one, the round one, and do cinnamon cider with it. Let's see if I can fill in some of these. Yep. Put one up here. There. This does not have to be neat and perfect. It's just a fun way to stamp and use these beautiful stamps. Now, I think I want one here. Really filling it up. One here. Because if you think about it, in the fall, There's not that many green ones anymore. I need one up here. That will cover up my halo. There. Hey, that's pretty cool, huh? I like it. Let's see, let me get I'm going to get my green and go right here on this skinny leaf, because this skinny leaf is easy to kind of fit in there, see? Yep. I think I'm done. I don't want to put any more. All right, let me wipe these off. That's really turning out nicely. Yeah, I've decided on Friday, I've got a Pinterest pins already picked out, and I'm going to be using my Nature's Beauty stamp, and I'm also going to be using Evergreen Elegance together. So if you want to get those ready, it's going to be mostly green card with the deer. But today I've got the little fox. All right, so I'm going to take these little splotchies and they're going to go under in that window just like that. So that looks cool. And then I'm going to take my little fox I cut out. Now see, I could just put the little fox in there just like this. And he does look very cute like that too. Stands out, huh? I don't know, that looks nice. Let me look at this again. Maybe I need to move it over. Like this. Okay, I'm going to go with my plan. And my plan was I'm going to scoot this over though so I have more of the yellow in the center. So that means I need to cut this off a little bit. So if you'll excuse me just a second, let me get my cutter. And I can glue this right in. So that's what I'm going to do. And my glue is right here. So just put this on these sides. Okay. Boy, I didn't get that on straight at all. Goodness. Let's try that again. There, now we got it. Okay, so that is my base of my, or I guess my layer, my all stamped up layer. And guess what I've got to do with this little guy? I've got to cut him out because that's what's going to make him, then I'm going to be able to pop him up in the middle. So I'm going to do that very quickly as I talk. Let's see. Let me see what I can tell you right now. My husband is laying up because he went to the deer lease this past weekend and fell. I don't know the story of exactly how he fell, but he fell and he has back issues. You know, he's 6'2" and fell and really injured his back again. He was just thriving in pain this morning. So it's so hard, and I feel so bad for him because it's, you know, it's like your only relief is to get to the doctor and get either some injections or, you know, he's had a couple back surgeries already. So that's kind of what's going on over here in this world. Okay, there he is. See, I like him better in the white. I'm going to show you my first card I did. But let's get some Stampin' Dimensionals and put him up on dimensionals. But anyhow, that's just such a misery to have back issues. And, you know, I can't help him other than to give him medicines. And so anyhow, if he's not feeling better by tonight, I think we got to make a trip up to Tulsa to see his back doctor. If that's what it's going to take, we'll do it. And I'm going to use a couple little bitty ones so they don't show off his little head. There we go. That's good. Okay. Pull off these dimensionals. I hope you get to take advantage of that stamp sale. I know I did. I guess one of the stamps I bought was, it might have been Nature's Beauty. I've been wanting that stamp. That one and Very Versailles. And I'm going to be using Very Versailles real soon here because it's just beautiful. I can use it with the leaves. I see he was little, so it's real easy to pop him up. Let me show you. See? Neat, huh? There he is, real in focus. And the difference in the color of the leaves than what I did here. Just so interesting. All right, now let's get that sentiment on, and I'm going to be putting "You Are So Special" here at the bottom. I've got my die there, and I'm going to cut it out. So let me swing over here too. You're going to hear me thumping with my die cut machine. Won't take but a few seconds to run this one through. I guess it's more squeaking than thumping. Okay, let me pull it off. Pull off the washi tape gently. And there I have my tag. And this will also go on dimensionals. So let me get those out again. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, I like the little fox. And oh, the deer is so pretty. I've seen so many pretty Christmas cards made with that deer because they're just so etched, and it's like a pencil drawing, with all the etching there, and the deer is beautiful too. So I don't think there's any words on Nature's Beauty either, so that's where you have to go hunting for your sentiment. There, you are so special. There. And now all I need to do is to get my card base wherever it is. I had it here a few minutes ago. Oh, it's hiding under all these dies. And it's going to be put on my, I better close these already. Oh, I know what I was going to do. If I wasn't going to do if my fox wasn't going to turn out, I wanted to show you all my leaves I've cut out just in case. Okay, then let's get this stuck on here first. Again, with the glue. I think glue is fast and economical, so that's why I use it. Okay. Very nice. And I would want to add a little bit of bling. Let me show you my little leaves I did. Here's they're not all poked out. Here's the cinnamon cider. And see, I could possibly put a couple of these, maybe the little green. Let's see, what else do I have in the cinnamon cider? I could put these on here, maybe just right at the bottom, just to give it some dimension. Let's see. I don't want to take away from him too much. Let's see here. What's that other little green one? Put the green one in here too. I need to poke these things out. Okay, that's good. Okay, what do you think? Should I put the leaves in there or leave it without? What's your opinion? Let me know what you think. Should I put the leaves in there, or was it just enough with just the little cutout? If you can, leave me a comment. I would like to know. And all I did is I took some of those die cut leaves and popped them on right under the fox. And I only used one big one because I don't want to cover his little face. So let me know. Do you like this? Do you like the leaves popped in there? Okay. Well, that's my card for today. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. I will be back on Friday for Off the Board. And again, I will be using the Nature's Beauty and Evergreen Elegance. So I look forward to seeing you then. And you all take care. Have a good week. Bye.